Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to Paul's Monday Market Update, number 195 for Monday, 15th of September 2025. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember that you are always responsible for your own trading decisions. This is a weekly chart of British Aerospace Systems, BA on UK markets. Why am I interested in this here? Well, if you take a look at a lot of European defence stocks, yep, over the last couple of years, it's had a great run. But what we had started to see, sort of early this year, was basically the sort of European defence stocks starting to sort of roll over a little bit. And if you look at quite a few of those bigger European defence stocks, so this British Aerospace, but even if you look at like Airbus, you look at Dassault, Leonardo, Saab, Rheinmetall, quite a few of them had started to roll over. We'd got beneath the 20-period moving average, and we were starting to drift a little bit lower there. And then, of course, last week, what we saw was invariably a few of Mr. Putin's drones turned up in Poland, whether by accident or design. I'll let other people comment on that. But what we did see is that invariably the defence stocks basically had a really nice bump there. And as you can see in this case, British Aerospace bumped its way all the way back up to recent highs. It's just tickling the soft underbelly of like £2,000, £200, etc. And as I said, if you look at quite a lot of those European defence stocks, they have basically done the same. It's almost as if their prices are about to roll over, some event happens to basically give it a little bit of a shot in the arm, all right, and that is what has happened there again. And so, as I said, this is British Aerospace, but you might want to look at a few of those European defence stocks to see how they have played out. I think Airbus has actually even pushed to new highs. So it's kind of interesting to me on many levels, sort of ex-military trader investor. I like to keep an eye on the defence sector as it is, all right. It's been a good few years overall, not surprising because of the events in sort of Eastern Europe, etc., and elsewhere. But, it was quite some ride of defence stocks last week, and it kind of it raises interests about, especially for the UK and France, which we're about to look at in a moment, whether my cynical middle-aged man tinfoil hat theory is that Starmer and Macron might be sort of intrigued in doing a General Galtieri, who was the the head of Argentina in '82, who decided to basically invade the Falkland Islands as a way to distract from domestic strife. And I can't help but thinking that maybe history might repeat itself. But as I said, that might just be my cynical middle-aged man tinfoil sort of hat-wearing thought. But anyway, ultimately, we're just traders, and that's a good trend, and you want to get a piece of that good trend. So watch how those European defence stocks continue to play out over the next couple of weeks and months.